Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book store's got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey.
What is up, pizza people? It's your boy Graham, also known as HAMHOCKS42 on the internet, and today we have a rare treat for you. This is an Explorer deck. Not only is this an Explorer deck, this is what I'm calling Explorer Birthing Pod, which, for fans of Modern out there, you may be wondering, how the heck is that possible? Birthing Pod isn't legal in any of these formats, plus it's banned in the formats where it is legal. Well, okay, fair enough. In Explorer, we don't have Birthing Pod. However, we do have Prime Speaker Vannifar, and Prime Speaker Vannifar is, in essence, a Birthing Pod. She has the ability tap, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1+ the sacrificed creature's mana value, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle, and you can only activate as a sorcery. My goodness, can you imagine activating that at instant speed? All right, yeah, I'm glad they changed that. All right, glad they did not have that. Anyway, so we've got Prime Speaker Vannifar. She is our main engine to this deck. And what we want to do is stick an early creature, like a Llanowar Elf, for example, that would allow us to ramp into Vannifar, which would be nice. Corridor Monitor, Tangled Florahedron. Tangled Florahedron and Llanowar Elves both meeting the need of just getting Vannifar on the field and keeping things moving, which is good. And once they're there, Vannifar can then sacrifice them and go start Birthing Pod, do a Birthing Pod chain, if you will, up to some pretty big, scary threats. And when I say Birthing Pod chain, you may be wondering, what the heck am I talking about? And that is, we use a number of creatures that have enter the battlefield abilities that untap other permanents. And so what we do is, for example, if we have a Llanowar Elf down, we can tap Vannifar, sacrifice the Llanowar Elf, go get a Corridor Monitor. Corridor Monitor enters the battlefield, it untaps Vannifar. We then tap Vannifar, sacrifice the Corridor Monitor, and go grab, say, a Hyrax Tower Scout, which is a 3-drop creature that when it enters the battlefield, you untap target creature. Awesome. Hyrax Tower Scout hits the battlefield, we untap Vannifar again, tap Vannifar, sacrifice the Hyrax Tower Scout, go grab ourselves a Breaching Hippocamp, which is a 4-drop creature with, when Breaching Hippocamp enters the battlefield, untap another creature you control. I know how I can't make this stuff up. And then we sacrifice, we then tap again, sacrifice the Breaching Hippocamp to Prime Speaker Vannifar, and we go grab a 5-drop. Now, unfortunately, there is not a creature at 5-drop that I was able to find that is legal in Explorer that does untap a target creature, so we were not able to keep the chain going. However, we've got some bombs at the 5-drop slot. Elder Gargaroth is pretty awesome. Just 6/6 vigilance, reach, trample, and a ton of crazy upside. So Elder Gargaroth is awesome. Battle Mammoth is here too. 6/5 trampler that whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, draw a card. That's pretty rad. We like that. And then we also have Imrith, Desert Doom. This is a card draw engine on a 5/5 flyer that protects itself. All good stuff. So depending on what kind of environment we're seeing, depending on what our opponent is showing us on the board, these we could divert, or we're usually going to go for the Gargaroth because soup to nuts is probably one of the best values we can find. However, depending on what kind of matchup we're going up against, we could see value in the Battle Mammoth or Imrith, hence them being on the list. All right, then we also have a number of 6 and 7 drops, which are fantastic, that we can use Vannifar to pod into. Also, note, we have the Tangled Florahedron and the Llanowar Elves. We could just ramp into these. Even if Vannifar isn't allowed to stick around, or we don't draw into her, we can still ramp into some of these big threats. So that is possible. But yeah, so we do have our 6 drops. We have Kyrie, the Swirling Sky. Now, Kyrie is especially awesome because is a 6/6 flyer with Ward 3, so we can beat our opponent to death with that. That's something. Or if we sacrifice a Gargaroth into Kyrie, or if we have Vannifar online and Kyrie is here, we can tap, sacrifice Kyrie, return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hand. If your opponent has a lot of tokens or a lot of small creatures, just bounce them all. And if we sacrifice Kyrie to Vannifar, we can then turn Kyrie into a Titan of Industry or Coma. So we are getting some awesome value on the death trigger, plus we're upgrading it to another phenomenal creature. Other 6 drops, we have Kogla. Kogla also operates as removal in this deck, which is pretty rad. So what we can do is we pod into Kogla, sacrificing one of our 5 drops, either an Imrith, Battle Mammoth, or a Gargaroth. We go grab Kogla, and it immediately kills something from our opponent by fighting it, which is awesome. And again, we have a 6 drop, which is big on stats, which is nice, but also Well, Kaggle has a bunch of great abilities. The ability to destroy artifacts and enchantments our opponent controls is also just really, really nice. And Kaggle also is a 6-drop that can morph into a Titan of Industry or a Coma if need be. So that's how we're going to end up winning this game. The other cool thing is, as we draw into our Hyrax Tower Scouts, our Breaching Hippocamps, all these other smaller creatures, we can just do the chain again. If we're sitting on an Elder Gargaroth and we top deck, you know, a Hyrax Tower Scout or a Corridor Monitor, if Vanifar's on the field, we can just pot it into another Gargaroth, and we're sitting on 2 Gargaroths all of a sudden. Then we draw into yet another small creature, like a Llanowar Elf late in the game, which is normally a detriment to us. We then drop it out, pot it up, and boom, we got another sweet 5-drop, or we can convert our 5-drops into our 6 and 7-drops. All good things. So there's a lot of cool stuff this deck can do, and at the end of the day, it is all in on this birthing pod action. Now, I do have a sideboard for it. The deck is primarily designed for best of 1. That is really where it's at, because this deck is kind of a magic trick. The problem is, once your opponent knows what's going on, they're going to hold their remover for Vannifar and just kill her the moment she hits the field, and there's almost nothing you can do. So be aware of that. In best of 3 games, that is going to be a big issue. And that's ultimately why Tamiyo Safekeeping is in here. We want to be able to protect Vannifar at all costs. And to be honest, if you were to build a version of this at home and you wanted to have more in those in the main, that'd be fair. That'd be absolutely fair. That said, we do have 2 more in the sideboard, so once our opponent knows what's going on, we can slot them in, which is pretty handy. We also have Destiny Spinner to get around enchantment, or get around counter spells from our opponent, which is nice. We have Test of Talents in here to, you know, hopefully get rid of key removal spells that are targeting our stuff that we want to prevent. Also, to disrupt graveyard synergies, we have Tormod's Crypt, which, by the way, Tormod's Crypt being legal is just awesome. This is a phenomenal sideboard card, given all the graveyard shenanigans that are going on out there right now. It's just very useful, really good sideboard card. We also have Pithing Needle to deal with pesky planeswalkers and the like, and then our other tested talents. So I'll be honest, the sideboard is a little haphazard at the moment. It was kind of, I wasn't exactly sure what to put into it given what we're doing. So I would love, actually, if you have feedback on what you would want to see in a sideboard for a deck like this, I'd love to hear it down below. But for the purposes of this video, we are going to be playing best of 1 games. So we don't need to worry too much about that for right now. But let's jump out onto the ladder, play a couple games with this, see if we can pull off this little magic trick that ends up producing a ton of value on the board. And really what we're trying to do is we're trying to take lackluster cards like Corridor Monitor. Like Throne of Eldraine brought a lot of crazy stuff. Nobody remembers Corridor Monitor. With good reason. It's a very unimpressive card. Very unassuming, I should say, as well. Hyrax Tower Scout, very much the same deal. Common from Theros Beyond Death. Nobody played it, but it can fit this deck perfectly. So let's turn these weak 2 and 3 drops into phenomenal 5 and 6 drops. So let's give it a go and see what we can do. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It means a ton to the team here. We'd appreciate it. And additionally, here at the Pizza Box, we host tournaments. If you're not already following Hollywood Pizza on Twitch, please check him out over there. On Sundays, 3 times a month, we host tournaments of various formats, and Explorer is a format that we are supporting over there. So please check those out. You can see the schedule for all of our upcoming events on mtgmelee.com. Also, they're free to enter with cash prizes. So if that sounds like it's of interest to you, please check it out. We would love to see you throw your hat in the ring and see if you have what it takes to actually compete in one of the most fun tournament environments that I've seen out there on Twitch. It's an absolute delight. We have a ton of fun. The events are covered as well, so you can watch even if you don't want to compete yourself over on Hollywood Pizza's Twitch channel. We'd love it if you wouldn't mind checking us out over there. But with that, let's get into some gameplay and see what we can do. This hand is trash. We need Kyrie and Titan of Industry in the deck, not in our hand, so we need to mulligan this. Yeah. Easy mull. Here we go. We got Vannifar in the opening hand. We got some goodies. We're going to keep this, and we get the privilege of putting a Titan back in our deck. That's actually good for us. So, sweet. Let's go. All right. That was much better. Much better. So much better. All right. We're going to lead off with an island. That means our Hinterland Harbor is going to enter untapped next turn, and we're going to play out a Tangled Florahedron. Pretty cool. Now, our opponent on Rakdos. That's not boding well for us, because they're going to have all of the removals. All of them. Every last removal. Yeah, Crocs is not good. Auto Bar could be useful later. I'm gonna let the boss go. Beside Joe. Alright, Florahedron is live and online. Let's see, do they believe in bolting the bird? That is the question. Because you should. It's a good philosophy to live by. Yep, they sure do. They sure do. Groovy. Another Vanifar that is straight useless. Nothing we can do there, but that's okay. We're now 3 land with a bunch of dead cards in our hand. We need to draw land off the top here, and then we're gonna have a Vanifar that is gonna eat an Infernal Grasp or a full or a kicked Blood Chief's there. So that's what's gonna happen next. Maybe even a Bedevil if they're feeling saucy. You could activate the Den of the Bugbear right now. It'll be tapped, but you could do it. Well, there's the land. Here comes the Vanifar. She sticks, sure, because they're on Rakdos. But she's not going to survive until we're not going to untap with her. But to be honest, our opponent needs to run out of gas. We need to pull the removals out of their hand. Otherwise, we're just not going to go anywhere. Yeah, we need to pull every removal spell out of their hand as we can get. Now, they still have 5 cards, so at least one of them is removal. If not 2. I'd be shocked, frankly, if they aren't. Haunted Ridge, Rakdos Chill Land, okay. Graveyard Trespasser, I don't care about my graveyard at all, so you go ahead and monkey around with it. Go nuts, homie, it's fine. Alright. We're actually untapping with Vanifar. I'm shocked and a little confused. Delighted, don't get me wrong, but shocked. And a little confused. We're gonna play out the Elf. Crack Vanifar, kill the Elf immediately. Corridor Monitor hits, untaps Vanifar. Let's go, we're doing it. We're doing the thing. We're podding, baby. Hyrex Tower Scout enters, untaps Vanifar. Ding, 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 ding. We're getting our pod on. I'm pretty happy about this, actually. Okay, cool. We're doing good stuff. Breaching Hippocamp. Badoop. Badoop. Damn it! The opponent actually timed that very well. The Hippocamp only has 2 toughness, so they were able to stomp on the Hippocamp and undo everything we just did. We tapped 1 green mana and dumped a bunch of crap into our graveyard for no benefit. Awesome! That was a blast. I'm so glad we did that. Let's do that again. We're gonna have a chance to do that again next turn. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Just watch. Just you watch. They're gonna attack with Graveyard Trespasser. We're gonna be able to block with Vanifar. They might have another blast in their hand, like another shock style effect. Blood Death Harvester, sure. I am gonna block here just because we're at 16. I don't want that to be too much lower, and we have a spare Vanifar. Yep, Rakdos good stuff, doing the job. They timed it. They timed that bone. They timed the stomp perfectly, like straight perfectly. I can't even be mad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not enthused, like I'm not super jazzed, but I can't reasonably be mad. All right, let's try the Hippocamp again. If they have a shock or something, I'm gonna be so pissed. All right, here we go. All right, good. Let's go. Battle Mammoth is pretty sweet because if they target our stuff, we draw cards. I like that. Imrith here can also draw us additional cards. I think I want Imrith. All right, cool. And Imrith's also got this really chunky ward, which is nice. Makes it really tough to deal with. Until it attacks, of course, but until then, we're fine. It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. All right, they're going to crack the Blood Token, meaning the Blood Tithe Harvester is not particularly useful right now, which is fine. And they only have 3 cards in the graveyard, so Crocs is not coming back anytime soon, which is pretty sweet. All right. We can also just Windmill Slam the Elder Gargaroth next turn and feel pretty good about it. I feel like I'm going to do that. And we're just going to crash in. We're going to gain, or we're going to draw 2 cards. Ching ching. Let's go. We could even pod Imrith into a 6-drop right now. We could go grab Kogla and kill Actually, do we want to pod Imrith? Imrith is pretty sweet. Oh, the Gargoth's doing good work too. Well, we have Kogla in hand, and we can actually just cast it next turn. As greedy as I love getting, I think we just chill. I think we just chill till the next episode. All right. All right, they locked Wayne, cracked themselves for a fair amount. Not mad at that. The fact that Elder Gargoth is vigilant is so nice. So nice. Oh my goodness. PWK, sure. But hey, that was a PWK they didn't spend on Vannifar. That's pretty sweet. I'll take that. Just like I'm about to take 8 damage to the face here. Which is fine by me, frankly. They get to exile 2 things. Yeah, we get to take a bunch. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of damage. This is just a lot of damage. Doesn't make me feel awesome by any means, but at the same time, it is what it is. All right, we're gonna Kogla smash. I'm gonna go after the Graveyard Glutton. After Graveyard Glutton? Yeah, go after Graveyard Glutton. If I discard a card, I'm gonna discard this other Vannifar. Thwack to the face. The Vannifar is going to kill Kogla off. It is going to become a Titan of Industry, which is going to gain us 5 life and produce another 4/4 critter on board. We're going to play this out as a land. That way we are going to be drawing some fresh cards here. Boom, baby. All right. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. And a corridor monitor. That's awesome. All right. That is absolutely awesome. Thoughtseize? Sure, go nuts, opponent. You're losing life here. Corridor monitor is your bigger threat, although Battle Mammoth is, yeah. I mean, they're both good. They're both good. Actually, Battle Mammoth would have given us access to our 6 drops right away, so. 3 life. Yeah, I'll just go to the harbor. I'll take the hit, that's fine. Yes! Got him! Alright! Feeling good. Feeling real good. Sweet! Alright, let's move on to the next game. Let's see if we can do that again. Now, we have some good cards in hand, but we don't have Vannifar, nor do we have any early plays. So this is an easy maul. This is actually worse than what we had before. But you know what? We can foretell the Battle Mammoth and possibly get some action going that way. So let's try it. Also, I gotta say, like, even when I'm really frustrated or I'm upset, being able to just jiggle the gelatinous cube sleeves makes me feel better, not gonna lie. All right. Opponent mulls to 5. So, all right, that's nice to see. So we have a chance. And we just drew into Vannifar. Excellent. Okay, cool. So the Tangled Veil is going to be entering the battlefield tapped. That's our Tangled Florahedron. Here comes the Witch's Oven. Okay, note that this is not... we are not playing in Historic, where the Witch's Oven Cauldron Familiar was recently nerfed. We are playing in Explorer. So that's a thing. Play out Otawara here, foretell the Battle Mammoth, and really hope we hit some lands. Because Glasspool Mimic can come down as a blue source, which is fine, and that does put us 1 land closer to hitting Prime Speaker Vannifar, but it does not give us the opportunity to cast our Battle Mammoth. So that's the thing. Green source, never didn't have it. Let's go. All right. By that I mean I totally didn't have it, but thank goodness we hit that. All right. I am going to play this out as a land. That way we are guaranteed to have Battle Mammoth on 4. Now our opponent is actually... Now they've got the Witch's Oven and 2 cats down. This is not great, but they are down to 2 cards. They only have 2 lands on hand. Now they did mull to 5. So it's part of the deal. That's just what happens sometimes. But we are going to have a turn 4 Battle Mammoth. The other option, another oven. Actually, a double oven is bad. Double oven is way worse than double cat, for the record. Way worse than double cat. Like, I can't express to you how bad that is. You know, they're gonna come crashing in. That's fine. It's not fine, but there's nothing I can do about it. So here we are. Another Hippocamp, also fine. Okay, here comes Battle Mammoth. 6/5 for 5. Let's go. And more importantly, it has Trample. So because Battle Mammoth has Trample, the Cauldron Familiar can't effectively block it. So that's good. It's very good. We need that, in fact. We just do. There's no way around it. And I kind of hope we draw into another mana here, because if we draw into another mana, we're going to have Tamiyo Safekeeping up to keep Prime Speaker Vanifar alive. That's going to be really important. Really important. Mayhem Devil. It's not good. Like, I don't love it. I'm not enthused, per se. But if they target the Battle Mammoth, we draw cards. Yeah, that's what's up. I may draw a card. Oh, I may. I sure may. You best believe I may. And so they are going to have an opportunity to kill the Battle Mammoth here by doing a ton of cat loops. However, in so doing, they are going to draw us all the cards in the world. And they choose to abort that plan, knowing that they would give us 4 cards in hand after giving us 1, which I'll take. I'll take that. All right, Vanifar, live and online. I'm gonna crash in here. They're probably just gonna take it. I know I would. Yeah. Boom, baby. And we got Tamiyo Safekeeping up. Should they attempt? Now, they are chipping away at us something fierce. And the Mayhem Devil adding to the mix alongside the Cauldron Familiar is mucho bad. It is. There's no question about it. However, we have the Titan of Industry in hand. We also have the Battle Mammoth can easily become... Well, the Battle Mammoth could become Kogla. We could eat the Mayhem Devil. And then we could jam... Ooh, they are gonna ping... Vanifar. Yes, I would love to draw a card. Thank you. All right, cool. Elder Gargaroth can also gain his life. That's good. That's good. I'll take it. Target Vanifar again. Aw. I was going to let him ping Vanifar a couple more times, then hit her with the Tamiyo Safekeeping. That would have been nice. Oh, well. 3 damage is a lot here, so I am going to go ahead and block there. Time to keep Vanifar safe. I think they're debating on whether or not to ping her to death. They're going for it. They're going to give us a lot of cards in so doing, but... I mean, that's fine. Wait, they only pinged her once. Interesting. That's very... I'm confused as to what just happened, but okay. Not complaining, just confused. All right. Battle Mammoth swinging in. Let's go. Take a comfortable 6 on the chin. We are going to go ahead and turn... our beloved Battle Mammoth, which has served us very well and drawn us a ton of cards, which I appreciate, into Kogla, who's going to comfortably eat that Mayhem Devil, which they're going to sacrifice to the oven. Sure. Oh no, they're going to get some loops first. Okay, fair enough. Get a little ping action in. All right, fair enough. Now, I like Kogla a lot. Like, I want to keep Kogla around. I really do. However, I want to not die, like, immediately as well. Not dying is good. I'm a fan of not dying. So, as a result, Kogla, thank you for your service, but I'm sorry. You need to become a Titan of Industry. We're gonna gain 5 life, destroy a Witch's Oven. We're gonna gain 5. All right, cool. That was good. And with the Landwar Elves down, we're gonna be able to Kyrie. Yes! All right, opponent scoops it up. We got it. Oh, it feels good. I can't blame him. It was only gonna get grosser from there. So there we go. That's what this deck's trying to do. Works out nicely against the oven decks. Sweet. You love to see it. Let's move on to the next one. See if we can do that again.
Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you.
We've got 3 lands in the opening hand. Now, I don't love starting the game with Kyrie and Coma in hand. That's a little sketch. It's a little sketch, but I'm going to keep this because if we draw into any of our cheap starter pieces, then we're going to pop off and it's going to be great. Garg is fine, but I'm not enamored with it. Thoughtseize, good thing we got 2 Vanifars. Good thing we got 2 Vanifars. All right. You're at a Coma. All right, cool. I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. Could have shocked that in to have Basajo up, but opponent's on Dimir. Yeah. Cosima, eh? All right, another Vanifar. Sure, why not? Cosima's interesting. It's a cool card that is capable of doing some neat things, but she's not like busted, you know? So I like that actually. I like it when stuff is interesting and not busted. I enjoy that design space. So Cosima's actually a really cool card. All right, they're gonna loot a little bit. Gonna get the loot on. Looting, rooting, and tooting. I don't know about tooting, but. Now we need drawing a land here would be sweet. Yeah, so Kaito faces out. That's fine. It's not a land. Kogla is most certainly not a land. All right, here comes Vanifar. Yeah, our hand is just way too heavy. We need a land or a cheap creature. A cheap creature would be fine. Like a Tower Scout or a Corridor Monitor would be just fine here. Thoughtseize, sure. I got more goodies. All kinds of goodies. Gargaroth is your biggest threat right now, opponent. Yeah, and they see it. Okay. Ninja. Hippocamp, that'll do! Unfortunately, we can only activate Vanifar as a sorcery. So we aren't able to flash the Hippocamp in, like go to full control, tap, sack, untap it. We can't do any of that shenanigans, which it would be sweet, but alas, it is what it is. Doodly-doo. Hippocamp immediately becomes a... Let's go Battle Mammoth, because they are touching our stuff. They are touching our stuff left and right, so I want a Battle Mammoth on board, doggone it. Doggone it, dagnabbit, and whatnot. Alright. Attacking with the Ninja. They get to draw a card off Kaito. Sure. Tis what it is. And... 3 Thoughtseizes and 14 cards, sure. That's fine. Kogla's a pretty sweet threat. Yeah, I can't blame you there. And actually drawing Kogla there kind of sucks because it means we don't have a Kogla in hand. Now, all right, let's go off book a little bit. Vanifar is designed to be a weird, goofy combo piece. Let's attack with her because we can. Bam, baby. Later, Kaito. Get out of here. I'm halfway tempted to throw another Vanifar just so we have one untapped on our board, but I'm okay taking a little bit of damage here. That's fine. Opponent, if you target my stuff, we get to draw cards. That's why I grabbed the Battle Mammoth. That's exactly why I grabbed the Battle Mammoth. They don't even attack with a Ninja. Interesting. Okay. Mammoth crashing in. Let's go. 6-5 Trampler getting some work done. Happy to see that. Happy to see that. Now, do we want to keep it as a Battle Mammoth or do we want to upgrade it? We don't have access to Kogla anymore, but we can upgrade it into Kyrie. Well, we do have one more Kyrie in the deck, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we do have one more Kyrie. You know what? I think I want to keep it as a Battle Mammoth. Yeah. All right. Because it's still 6. It's still 6 power. Hippocamp's interesting. Hippocamp is very interesting. All right, fair enough. Ninja go squish. Hippocamp comes down, untaps Vanifar. Hippocamp quickly becomes a... Let's go Gargaroth. I feel like an Elder Gargaroth's pretty sweet. All right. All right, Vanifar's doing some work this game. Happy to see it. Definitely happy to see it. Our opponent was also stuck on 4 lands, but hey, we take those. I'm not going to lie. I'm so not too good for that. But thank you so much for checking out this video. This has been Explorer Birthing Pod, starring Prime Speaker Vanifar. Thank you so much for checking out the video. We'd appreciate it very much if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button if you have not done so already. And you can check out this channel for upcoming gameplay videos as well as information about upcoming tournaments, which we do 3 times every freaking month. That information is over at mtgmelee. You can also check the link in the description below, and we hope to see you out there. In the meantime, have a good one, stay safe, all that fun, happy stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one. Stay cheesy.